What's poppin' Tea Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I'm here with an all new Spill the Tea episode. FYI, I will only be doing Spill the Tea, behind the scenes tea, and reviews on Real Housewives of Potomac and Salt Lake this week because it's a holiday week and I got a lot going on. Having Thanksgiving over here at my home this year. So this is going to be a busy week, and I'm working on a new project as far as my books are concerned. So only be looking out for those videos this week. Spill the Tea, behind the scenes tea, and Potomac and Salt Lake City. Okay, so to start off, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button so you know when my videos drop, and make sure you thumbs up this video so more people can be able to access the Tea Squad and get this tea that I'm trying to spill to you ladies and gents. Now on to my first story. So Ashley Darby, we know that she is expecting her next man-son. Her and Michael already have baby Dean, who is really not a baby. He's more like a 90-year-old man. But we love Dean, and Dean is going to be a big brother. He's welcoming a little brother. They just announced that they are having a boy next. So they're going to have another man's son that we'll get to make fun of lovingly. So congratulations to Ashley and Michael and man Dean. Next story is, Drea Michelle has moved on from her fiance and baby daddy to now she's dating Chargers player Tyrod Taylor. Here's a picture of her at one of his games. This is Tyrod. Oh, Jesus Christ, be offense. Tyrod. Was his mama tired? Tyrod? When she had that nigga? Like, she was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna name this nigga Tyrod. Like, she didn't give a fuck that day. Andrea, you cute. You a bad bitch. You got a lot going for you. I know looks ain't everything, but this nigga look like Show Nuff. Like, he literally looks like Show Nuff. Does he not even bother with his hair because his name is Tyrod? His name and hair is a mess, child. I just feel like hoes would date anybody just for a coin. Like, they don't give a fuck how that nigga look, whether he bathed or not, whether his teeth are straight, shit, whether he got plaque on the motherfuckers, whether he brushed his tongue, whether he scraped that motherfucker. Like, they just be dating anybody that got some money, child. I guess maybe she sees something in Tyrod that we don't see, but congratulations to them, child, I guess. So, Isaiah Washington is back in the news because he decided to bring up his decade-long beef with actress Katherine Heigl. Remember, he was on Grey's Anatomy in the beginning few seasons, and then he got fired from the show because he allegedly called one of his co-stars a faggot. I think it ain't even allegedly. He did come out and say that he did say it at some point. But anywho, so he got fired. Katherine Heigl was very adamant about, sticking up for her friend and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And recently Isaiah Washington has been on this new season of P-Valley, which we loved him on the show, and I was so happy and rooting for him when I saw him back on a series show as a series regular and doing a damn good job at the role that he was playing, until I found out that he was a Trump supporter. And I was like, you know what? Just when we were rooting for you. We were rooting for you, like on some Tyra Banks type shit. And then you have to go and disappoint us once more. So I didn't really understand why he was bringing up this shit 10 years later. I mean, you're back working again. You know what I'm saying? You're on a hit television show. What was the point of dredging all of this shit back up again? Katherine Heigl did not respond to it. She's not going to respond to it. Hell, y'all both in the same boat. Y'all both swimming up shore trying to, hold on to a career, because after her career imploded because of her attitude and things like that. So, I mean, if you're looking for some type of retribution, you already got it. She's in the same predicament that your ass in. God already handled that. So I didn't even understand why he's bringing it up. I don't even care for this nigga now that I know that he is a Trump supporter and he supports a man like that, especially with you being a black man. So bye for Isaac, for Isaiah, whatever the fuck your name is. So congratulations to Dame Dash and his girlfriend. Um, they welcomed a baby boy, who they call Dusko. I don't think that's his real name. I think that might just be his nickname. But here's a photo of Dame Ava and his other daughter Tallulah holding the baby. You know, if you watch Growing Up, Hip Hop LA, you know that Dame and his fiance struggled with getting pregnant and holding a baby. So she had her baby. I'm so happy for them. Hopefully he'll be able to get this relationship right and don't fuck this one up like he fucked up the other ones with Ava and Boogie and this young girl Tallulah and his other son. Remember, he got a whole other son child. So Dame has now 5 children with, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4 baby mamas. So all right. Congratulations. I'm mainly more happy for the baby mama than him. You know what I'm saying? Because she seems like a very sweet girl. I think her name was Rocky or something like that. But congratulations to them. Happy to see they finally got what they wanted. So some tea came out this week that Prince Harry was the one who actually inherited his mother's engagement ring that Philip gave her. You know, it's the ring with the blue sapphire or emerald, whatever the fuck that is, with the diamonds around it. The one that Kate Middleton was proposed with by William. That ring was actually left to Harry, but he let Kate Middleton have it. That was very sweet when I found out that, you know, he held his brother down and was like, you know what, you can have this ring and give it to your fiance. I'm not going to even hold this for myself. I'm going to get it to you. I just feel like, you know, everybody loved to vilify Meghan Markle and act like she just destroyed Harry's life and she separated him from his family, and you know, she's just so Hollywood and she never wanted to be a princess in the first place. My thing is, like, Prince Harry could have had anybody. He could have married anybody. He was one of the most eligible bachelors in the world. He could have chose anybody. He was dating that one girl for like off and on for years, that little white girl with the blonde hair. She was even at their wedding. He could have married anybody. Harry knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. Harry ass been wanted out of this goddamn family. Harry ass knew exactly what he's doing. Harry is running that ship. Don't get me wrong, and I think that Meghan has a say so too as well. But I feel like he fell hard for Meghan because she was be on board for what he wanted to do, which was live his own life. He know, hell, I'm not gonna ever be king. It's gonna have to be a whole bunch of shit that happened for me to ever be king. Why am I dedicating all of my life to this country, doing this and that, not being happy, not living my own life? And I ain't gonna even never be king. Like, the fuck? I want to live my own life. I've given you all the first 30-some years of my life. You know, I went to the army. I've done everything that I was supposed to do. He met Meghan and he wanted somebody that he would be able to fully be himself with and live his own life. And he knew that she would be down with the cause. And that's why I think he fell in love with her ass. Because especially if you watch The Crown, or especially if you know anything about the royal family, they've been fucking up their family lives for years. Making people marry people that they fucking wasn't in love with. None of this shit wouldn't even happen with Princess Diana if they would have just let Charles and Camilla ass be together in the first fucking place. Same thing with the Aunt Margaret or whatever, Margarita, whatever the fuck her name is. Like, just let these people live their own motherfucking lives. And I'm so happy that Harry took charge of his own life. I just personally wish that William and Kate would have been more supportive of his decisions, instead of trying to make him be what they wanted him to be, especially William. Like, he held you down. He gave you your mother's ring or whatever. Just like, be there for him. Let him do what he wants to do. If he's making a mistake by being married to Meghan, that's something that he'll have to learn. Hell, whatever. But I don't think that it was a mistake. I think that they are very two smart people who love each other, who have the same thought processes of what they wanted to do with their lives as a married couple and as a family. And I'm happy for the moves that they're making. And I'm happy to see that they're both living their own life. You know, because I goes up for Meghan. I went up for Meghan as soon as I watched that goddamn wedding when they got married. And it was so black. She had to remind you niggas, I may be fair skinned, but I am black. I am from South Central LA or whatever, Crenshaw, wherever the fuck she is. Like, y'all got me fucked up. Like Megan lets it be known. So I'm here for it. I just wish that, they could be more supportive, but fuck them. Harry out here living his best life while William over there continuing to lose his hair. And Kate steady over there getting skinny and skinny and skinny. And bitch need to eat. She hungry. So anywho, my next story is about, this week we got to see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion on HBO Max. I have HBO Max, so I was able to watch it. It was a really good hour of just reminiscing and catching up with our old favorites. The last like 30 minutes was just filled with tears, with reminiscing on James Avery. And then, when Will Smith sat down with Janet Huber to talk about their rift over the years. If you want more context to that too as well, make sure you watch this week's episode of Red Table Talk, where Will Smith sat down with the therapist to discuss more about what happened between him and Janet. They actually included stuff that we weren't able to see on the reunion, and it gives you a broader scheme of what actually happened between them two. And basically what was said was Will was 21 years old. He was feeling himself. He had the big head pretty much. He was always on set goofing off, being loud, being just over the top. And Janet was, a thespian. She was very much about, respecting the craft and, just being professional on set. And Will used to just fuck with her on purpose, basically to piss her off. She was also going through stuff at home. She was in an abusive relationship. She had a baby coming along or whatever. So it got to the point where Will kept on fucking with this woman, where she would sit in her car, she would cry, like she just isolated herself from the rest of the cast and stopped speaking because this little nigga kept on fucking with this grown ass woman, and all she wanted was a little bit more professionalism on set or whatever. And then it got to the point where they offered her this whack ass deal, basically where she wouldn't be making pretty much nothing. Her husband wasn't working, so she didn't take the deal. And so that was their opportunity to fire her. And Will was low-key behind it. You know what I'm saying? He was low-key behind it, and he apologized, and he needed to apologize because she did have the stigma of being difficult on set and things like that throughout the years. So I was so happy that they were able to talk and mend fences. Hopefully with the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reboot, they will bring her back as Aunt Viv. I hope that happens. But overall, I was just happy to see that, that broken relationship was able to be mended and fixed. It was very beautiful to watch. But anywho, so Monique then took it upon herself to make this about her and posted a clip from the reunion with a caption that said, "Hats off to Will Smith for apologizing for what he did to Janet Hubert's, everybody's Aunt Viv, career/life when he was young. Perhaps Tyler Perry, who has admitted in private that he was wrong, will follow suit and be man enough to apologize in public like he promised. We'll work on Oprah and Lionsgate a little later. P.S. Tyler, you won People's Choice Award for being the people's champ for your body of work. Tell the truth about a woman named Monique who did nothing wrong, and be a champion for the individuals who supported your career for years, the black women. Please swipe to hear Tyler Perry say it with his own words." We've heard this audio over the last 5 years where he admitted that he did you wrong. I don't understand why people need public acknowledgement from folks. Even if he did give you a public apology today, it's not helping your career. It's already been damaged. And I don't honestly feel like it was all just them. I'm sorry. They probably did fuck you over. But Monique got some shit with her too. Like, what is it going to give you? He already told you in private. You have it on recording that he knew he was wrong. So you've already exposed that to the world. So what is that going to give you? Like, people need to learn that everybody ain't going to treat you the way you want to be treated. People ain't going to extend you the same courtesies. People are going to fuck you over in life. All you can do is ask God to handle that and move on. Move the fuck on. Like, fuck Tyler Perry. Fuck Tyler Perry. You have to rely on your talents and your blessings and your strengths. Like, what is it going to give you? What is that going to do for you? You're not going to still feel any better if he says, you know what? I just want to publicly apologize to Monique. I was wrong. Are you going to feel any better? Is your career going to soar? Like, the fuck? I don't understand. It wasn't just that. It was that you did not want to play the game. You did not want to support Precious when it was time to do promotion. You didn't want to do the junkets. You didn't want to do those things. So you got blackballed, sis. Like, how you gonna put out a movie but then want to be paid to do press junkets? That's not how it works. Nobody gets fucking paid for doing fucking press junkets. That's the point. You have to go out and promote the movie. You have to go out and promote your name during Oscar season. You didn't want to do that. Thank God you even still won the damn award without doing that. But you played a part in this too. So I don't know. I'm just over it. I love Monique. I think she's a beautiful woman. I think she's funny as hell, but just let it the fuck go. God handles people. Trust me. I've seen it with my own two eyes. You ain't got to go out here and blast folks. Let them be. Trust me. God gonna handle your light work. So Chadwick Boseman widow Simone Ledward has been appointed his administrator of his estate. So Chadwick passed away at the age of 43 this past August from colon cancer. Now this is the gag. They say at the time of his death, Chadwick Boseman estate was allegedly valued at $938,500. Now this is according to the Daily Mail. Chadwick Boseman did not leave a will behind when he died. Simone Ledward was granted limited authority over the estate and has until February 22nd, 2021 to file a $939,000 bond and distribute the assets. Now, I was like, that man couldn't have died with just $900,000 to his name, which is a lot for a bitch like me and you. But then I thought about it. Chadwick did a lot of indie films, not big budget films. Like the only big budget film he did really was Black Panther. You know, in the beginning of his career, he starred in 41 and all of those movies, but he wasn't a big name. So I don't even think that he probably was making that much money making those films. You know, black actors already get paid less than our white counterparts anyway. So I'm thinking Black Panther probably was his biggest paycheck to date. But then when you're an actor, you have to split that money with the IRS. They taking half of it off rip. Then you got to pay your agent. Then you got to pay your manager. Then you got to pay your publicist. Then you got to pay your lawyer. Then you got to pay stylists. Then you got to pay your rent. Then you got taxes and house taxes and this and that. So once you get down, you hear these actors and actresses that get a $20 million paycheck, but once they get done paying everybody, paying taxes, they probably at the end of it got maybe about 10 million, if that, out of that 20. So, you know, he did a lot of like films that probably didn't pay him much, like the Spike Lee film that he just did before he passed. This Netflix thing, the mom's, I forgot what it's called, the Netflix movie that he has coming out. So I was like, damn, I could probably see that. And then, you know, hospital bills that he probably had to pay and probably taking care of family and this and that. Like, damn. I hope that he had a little bit more change than that left over, but god damn. You be thinking these people be out here straight balling, child. You just don't know. I just pray for him and his family, and that, you know, everybody gets some healing from this, and Jesus be a faith. So 21 Savage bought Vaughn, the rapper Vaughn that just was murdered about 2 weeks ago, sister Kayla, a 2021 Range Rover. He did it because before Vaughn got murdered, he was saying that he was going to buy his little sister a car. So 21 Savage went ahead and finished doing what he wanted to do for his sister. Here's a picture of the young lady in front of the car. She was very appreciative and thankful. I think that was very sweet of him to do that for her. That was very sweet. I fuck with 21 Savage because of that. That was very, very sweet. So Kevin Hart's new stand-up comedy, Zero Fucks Given, aired this past week on Netflix. I watched the first maybe 10-15 minutes of it, and then I turned it off. It was not funny to me. It was boring to me. The jokes just weren't landing. Even the special that he had before this one that came out right after he cheated on Equifax really wasn't that funny to me. I just feel like the jokes that he's telling now aren't relatable to the everyday person. Whereas in the beginning of the year, beginning of his career, he was telling jokes that we all can relate to about relationships, about his children and things like that. Now he's talking about, private schools and this, and that. Stuff that just isn't relatable. And, even like with Ellen DeGeneres on her last comedy special, she was talking about things that we couldn't relate to, but she was making it funny in a way where she was making fun of how pretentious she was and how bougie she became. Like, she made it funny where she talked about herself. She was clowning herself. Where Kevin didn't really find that niche with, telling jokes about where he's at in his life right about now. Now, I just recently watched Mike Epps' Netflix comedy special, and it was fucking hilarious because Mike Epps still has his ear to the streets. He's still talking about stuff that the everyday black person or just period can relate to. And I feel like that's what Kevin needs to get back to. He needs to take his ass back to Philly, get his ear to the streets, seeing what's going on, observe people. Like, he was funny when he was with Tori. That's all I'm gonna say. He was funnier when he was with Tori, and Tori was helping writing them jokes, child. And when the jokes was about him and Tori, their relationship, it was funny. And he was talking about his daddy and stuff like that. That was funny. But all this stuff with what's that girl name? Accelerator. Like, it just ain't really been funny. So on Twitter, somebody tweeted, his name was Tariq Nasheed, say, I like Kevin Hart, real cool guy, but his new Netflix stand-up special, Zero F's Given, was not funny. I had to just cut it off after 10 minutes. Well, Kevin Hart was in his fifis and decided to respond to this young man and said, please remind me why your feedback should matter again. I think I've done pretty well for myself by doing this comedy that's not funny. Good luck to you and whatever it is that you do, though. Power to the people. His feedback does matter. Like, the fuck is you talking about? His feedback don't matter. Your viewers, your supporters' feedback does matter, my G, and that's why everybody is saying that they didn't like it, that it was trash because it wasn't funny. And if you have people around you that would have told you this shit wasn't funny before you filmed this shit, you wouldn't be in this fucking predicament. That's just like me putting out a book and then getting mad at somebody for giving me a review that wasn't favorable to me. That's your opinion. Either I'm going to take what you said and apply it for the next time, or I just don't agree with you and I'm just going to keep it the fuck moving. But to come at this man and say his feedback don't matter and I've done pretty well for myself. Yeah, you've done pretty well for yourself. But see, Kevin got that spirit of, you can't tell him shit. He hard-headed as fuck. And he don't want to hear the truth. He don't, and that's gonna be his downfall. And I was telling y'all, I think it was last week when we talked about him, that he still has not learned his lesson. And him having this greater than thou attitude ain't gonna help it none either. I was very ashamed of him and very turned off by it. Like, nigga, just as fast as you get it, it can be taken away. Humble thyself, young man. You don't sit up there and alienate or scold or go off on your supporters, these people who put you in this position outside of God, because you mad that your shit wasn't funny. Like, girl, you better get it together real quick, because Desi Banks is on that ass. And I've been saying it in private, but Desi Banks is about to be the next up and coming little nigga in the game. So all these little niggas better watch it. So Halle Berry recalls her first orgasm at the age of 11. Her and her best friend do these little Q&A things on her Instagram. And this is what she had to say. Whatever. I almost spit out my drink. I don't even know, to be honest. You don't remember your first orgasm? Well, it wasn't recently. I remember my first orgasm. You do? Yeah. You do? And I did it to myself. I do? I remember it. So, how old were you? 11.
Really? Really. And what was happening? Walk me through it. I was diddling. And I was figuring out my sexuality. Really? Like most girls. Oh my God, I don't remember mine. Now I'm upset. I feel bad for you now. I feel bad for myself. Yeah. Maybe I gave it to myself.
Halle is a Leo like me. Mama, if you watching this, fast forward this part. But yeah, I was 10 or 11 when I had mine, and it was because of me. Sure the fuck was. So I don't really see anything wrong with that, whether for you be playing with yourself than having some little nigga playing with you. But yeah, like I feel like it's necessary for younger ladies, older ladies, whatever, to explore their bodies, you know what I'm saying, and find out what works and what doesn't. Because the last thing you want to do is, when you do start having sex, is be too afraid to tell somebody what you like and what you don't like, and just letting these niggas hump all on you and getting their shit off, and you sitting there like, that's it, girl, you better figure it out, girl. But yeah, girl, so I feel you, Halle. I feel you, bitch. Yeah. I remember one night, mama fast forward, I had, did a little diddle do, from HBO app, no, Showtime After Dark Child. And the orgasm was so good, I ended up falling asleep. Thank God I was laying on my stomach. But I fell asleep and forgot to change the channel because, I had to turn the volume down and shit. And my mama ended up coming in the room to turn the TV off. And when she came in there to turn the TV off, my eyes popped open like, oh my God. But thankfully, the shit had gone off and something else was playing. I was like, oh Lord, I almost got caught. Jesus, I almost got caught with my hand in the cookie jar. But that motherfucking orgasm knocked my ass the fuck out. God damn it. So yeah, learn your body. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting that young girls be out here finger banging themselves, but shit. Do what you do. So Angie Stone recently sat down with the Book of Sean and reflected on her relationship with her baby daddy, D'Angelo. And this is what she had to say.
It's the last one because I have the devil in me. D'Angelo. I will always love you. Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. That got me. I wasn't expecting you to say that. I thought you was gonna laugh it off. Oh my God, that was good. Isn't that what you want years later for somebody? Well, when you've experienced true love, real love, it never dies. Even though you go your separate ways and life goes on for everyone, and you take different paths, you never ever forget the purest of love. And that was a genuine love that no one has ever been able to compete with. And not for nothing, there has been great lovers. But when you're talking about the core, here's the last one because I have core of love. I will always love you. Oh, no matter how pissed off I get, okay? I still love you. He's still the bomb.com. He's a genius, and he's my baby daddy. So, I got to respect that. Core of love. No More Rain came out. I was 230 pounds. And then I was in love with a sex symbol. And he was fine. And everybody was looking like, how did she get he? Now, who's this sex symbol? Ain't but 100 we can talk about, baby. How does it feel? That's all I can say. What's up, girl? Anyway, when it came to be, what they didn't realize is he knew me when I was a little. He had seen me smaller, so he knew also the steroid issue. So I wasn't being loved or judged by my weight. It was the inner spirit that they were in love with. Yeah, and I'm assuming we're talking about D'Angelo, right? I came with it. We're talking about D'Angelo, right? Who said that name? You did. Yeah, I don't know who said it. It wasn't me. I don't know. That might be the person. No. Now, yeah, when I was in that part of him, No More Rain came in that lane. Let me put it that way. Yeah. It was a cruel reality. A lot of people began to fight against that because of the weight issue. And because I was a dark-skinned girl with full lips and that, and to them, that just didn't go together. But what they didn't understand was he was overweight at one point. They just didn't see that part. That part. So he knew the journey. He understood it. So he knew how to love somebody who was in that journey. Exactly. That's a powerful thing. You done messed around and said something in that lane.
She said she gonna always love her baby daddy. With them glasses on, don't she look like a minion? She looked like a minion or somebody from a little cartoon with them glasses. That's exactly what she looked like. I don't think that it was just necessarily that she was overweight and that she was a plus size woman. I think she looked better with weight on her, with her being this skinny. Things just ain't coagulating. She's just not a pretty woman to me. I don't give a, it ain't got shit to do with her color, her skin complexion. She's just not an attractive woman to me. But I ain't the one that had to fuck her. But it's cute to know that she still, love her baby daddy or whatever. I guess, girl. All right. Sad to say that Bobby Brown's son, Bobby Jr., passed away this week at the age of 28. He was found dead in his home in LA. It's been said that, he had alcohol abuse problems. He was fighting a lot of demons. He looked exactly like his father's twin. I just feel bad for Bobby, losing another child, all of the losses that he's had to endure over the years. I just pray for their family and pray for their healing. This is a picture of him and his girlfriend, Anna Reed, together, looking just like his daddy. My God. My God, my God, my God. Woo! Giving Bobby a Whitney feels. Look at it. Little Bobby. Jesus Christ. Remember him from the reality show? Wow. Last two stories. So, Ghost ain't dead. Ghost from Power ain't dead, y'all. Ghost is out here selling waist trains. So Omari Hardwick has come out with his waist trainer called Slimmer Belt, baby. Girl. I don't know why this tickles me so much. He just looks stupid. I don't know. I don't know. Jesus. I think because he always try to be so serious all the time when we never get to see like the fun, playful side of him in real life. Like he just look crazy as hell right about now. Like, girl, this what you invested your money in. I hope they make you a lot of money, girlfriend. I really do. I really honestly do. I just can't wait to see what he gonna do next with his career. I know he just did that one little movie called Spell, but I won't be watching it because I don't watch scary shit. But I just want to see what his next big role is going to be. Okay, so for our last story, it is on Tawanda and Traci Braxton. More so Traci. So Traci sat down with DJ Richie Sky. Shout out to his YouTube channel. He gets all of the exclusives from the girls. Well, she sat down with him this week and did an interview about what's been going on this season of Braxton Family Values, her relationship with her sisters. And she had a lot of interesting things to say that I wanted to respond to and give my opinions on. So here's one of the snippets from the from the conversation, and I'll give you all my feedback.
Because haven't we seen Tamara Hall? Mm-hmm. And what was said on Tamara Hall, that things was created for drama. Mm-hmm. So when they sat my mom down, to me, it was created to cause drama. And I sat there and I saw it like, are you kidding me? Are you really doing this for some drama? When they sat they sat my mom. They didn't know my mom. Everybody know from scene 1, episode 1, my mama cannot sit by my father. She may say she grown some. Ooh, look at God. I didn't do that. Oh gosh, yes. But come on now, we know it's a bittersweet kind of feeling for my mother, and to have my mother to keep living that bittersweetness, even being in her face and slapping her in the face. Come on now, my father being respectable, Miss Warner being respectable. Can anybody else be respectable to my mother? Mm. So I just sat there, was like just sitting there. I was like, are you kidding me? Right. And then, the antics. So I said, you know what? Let me go sit myself in the back. I'm good. Olivia ain't say a word. I don't know where they got that from. They don't even talk to Olivia. They don't know Olivia. They don't know Olivia. I'm trying to tell you. They don't know her at all.
So Olivia never started this.
This is the second time my family met Baby Junior. They met up first time at my niece's funeral. Her not funeral, but her ceremony. And then they met him at the wedding. They don't know him. You don't even go to him. True. So I went and sat in the back, and I was on the phone with my managers. Managers saw it. My PR saw everything on the phone. And lo and behold, Tamar pulls up a chair in front of me. Start moving my hair. What? What's wrong? What did I do? What? And I said, get out of my face. Really, Tamar, right now? You want to do this now? At the wedding? Now? She kept doing it. So I grabbed Tamar's hands out of my face. I pulled it back. Her boyfriend grabbed me and pushed me. He grabbed me and pushed me. So after that, I just went totally berserk. I grabbed the chair. My husband grabbed the chair from me. Tawanda came back there during that time. And then my mother came back and said, what is going on? Since we telling the truth. What is going on? What is going on? And then Tawanda and Tamar says, it's Traci. It's all Traci. I have proof. My managers was on the phone. FaceTime. Group FaceTime. Yeah. So I said, for real? I just went berserk. I don't remember all the things I said.
Yeah.
But I was so mad he put his hands on me. My brother asked him, did he put his hands on me? No, I was just trying to help. My husband asked him, he put his hands on me. No, I wouldn't do that. My son was getting ready to smack the piss out of him. Okay? They telling people that I need to leave. And my husband needs to leave. Okay? So my son was supposed to be upset. This man put his hands on me. Fast forward, I have receipts because he threatened my husband again. He told my husband is in black and white. Yes, I put my hands on her and I will do it again. So if you want to be truthful and honest, let's be truthful and honest. I don't care what you do. You can steal from mama's pocketbook. I don't care. I'm telling the truth. And if you want to be real and truthful about it, let's be. Just like I said, yeah, I know I act the fool. I'm supposed to. Somebody put their hands on me. And if vice versa, back in the day, we would already jumped him. But now we got these entities in our lives. I don't know what it is. But I'll be the last person that he put his hands on. I guarantee you that. It's just the same behaviors. Like her assistant put his hands on me.
Okay, let's pause it right now. Then we'll continue. I don't believe her when she's saying that Olivia didn't tell her that. Why would these grown ass women all collectively lie on this little girl and say that she was the one that told you that they was laughing at her, allegedly? I don't bit more believe Traci. I think Traci trying to protect her daughter-in-law. And because where did that come from? Why would they just make that up out of nowhere and try to blame this little girl? That don't even make sense. As far as David putting his hands on her, David even said on Tamar's show that he pushed them apart when she bent Tamar's hand back. How you remember everything else, but you don't remember what you did after Tamar, after you put your hands on Tamar or whatever? You just blacked out. You don't remember nothing. Girl, you was drunk. Everybody can tell you was drunk. You was in your feelings. You was mad. Girl, he separated y'all. I don't bit more believe that he pushed you. I think he separated y'all. And I guess that means he put his hands on you. I don't bit more believe that man actually pushed you. I think that he separated y'all. He even said on her show that he had to get up and separate y'all. So I just feel I call bullshit with Traci on that one. I really honestly do. Let's continue.
It's the same behaviors. So, yeah. So that's what happened at the wedding.
I wasn't ready. Any drama. I didn't want any drama because it was Trina's day. That's why I removed myself. I didn't want any drama. Yeah, I even had somebody shake their in front of the twerk and zip they like that at me. And my managers and them was on the phone. They seen everything. My PR, my managers, I had it on group text. Group, don't you know how you have the group thing? Yeah.
So why was it that they said on the show that this was Olivia's doing?
You know, to me, when someone does antics, they got to blame someone to make it like, oh no, it's not. She's putting everybody in it. She's putting her son in it. But we grew up. You know, we have to have our mother's back. That's our mother. All indifferent. But if my son have my back, you stay in the child's place. He's a grown man. He is 25 years old.
He didn't answer the question, but okay, because the little girl said it.
He make his own decisions. He bought himself a house. He bought himself a car. So what I'm telling him, you grounded, take his house keys, take his car keys. Feed him. You can't see your son and your girlfriend or your fiance no more. I mean, come on now, if we want to be truthful. I mean, you know, to me, it's so disheartening. I bite my tongue. I, say, they're my sisters. I love them. And I get these things on social media that my sisters put out on me, and just be just so mean, and just you're not just someone off the street or a fan of a fan. You're my siblings. And it's so disheartening. Like, are you kidding me? This is what we need to do? But guess what? Everybody family go through that. So that's why we do a Braxton Family Values. Everybody.
Okay, next clip.
As citizens. That's what it is. And have a family and going through some things with a family, and then having siblings and family that keep thinking that you're not supposed to have no family. It's just us. You can't go out and attend to your family or your needs or your threshold because we're going to dictate that. And I'm like, no, you can't dictate what's going on at my threshold because people got boyfriends. I mean, I've been with my husband for 28 years, married 25 next year.
Let's pause that. She says that her family wants to dictate her life and wants her to focus on them and be around them all the time and basically control her life. But on the show, she says that don't nobody care about her. Nobody checks on her. Which one is it, ma'am? Which one is it? Either they trying to control your life and they always want to be in your face, or they don't fuck with you. Nobody cares about you. Which one is it? Make it make sense, love. Make it make sense. Let's continue.
So, I mean,
let's talk about that real quick, because there was a moment in last night's episode where we saw you kind of have a little bit of a moment of tension with one of the boyfriends on the show.
Well, truth be told, since we're telling the truth, I just don't care because he tapes everybody. He tapes everything. He has these glasses on, those glasses on, and he tapes everything. So, to me, that means you're searching for something, you're trying to want something. So, even though my family knew him, or when we taped back in the day, you did the album of the Braxtons, that was about 28 years ago, but I don't know him. I only sung with you. I've been in the studio with you 3 months after those years. So I was a committed woman.
Okay, so she's saying that Tawanda's boyfriend wears these glasses that always is taping him. I will agree with her on that. It is something really weird about him, kind of suspect about him. But I know that he wears those glasses too, also because him and Tawanda have a YouTube channel and they like to vlog or whatever. So, in a lot of stores and stuff, you can't film with your phone. So a lot of, vloggers and stuff will wear the glasses or wear a GoPro or whatever the case may be. But if you're wearing that around my family all the time, that is sus. And I will give her that much, that Tawanda need to watch that nigga. He want to be in the mix a little bit too much for me. This is the last thing that she had to say.
Help. I don't see a therapist every day. That means you're in a facility if you see a therapist every day. So whoever's saying they see a therapist every day, now unless you're in a facility, because I used to work in a facility, you don't see a therapist every day. You understand what I'm saying? So I see her.
Now, catch that was shade towards her sister, Tamar, because Tamar has said repeatedly that she, after her suicide attempt, has been in counseling and therapy every day. This is a snippet from her podcast, Under Construction, where she even goes on to talk about that.
My process and how I'm healing and the fact that I am in therapy. Yes, I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety, but that was due to a circumstance. I'm not on any medication, but I am in intensive therapy every single day. And that is just something that I decided would be best for my healing. And I don't know. I just feel like that's the thing that I needed to do, and I'm not going to lie.
So that was shade at Tamar. I don't agree with her when she says that you have to be in a facility to get treatment every day. Once again, that was shade towards her sister and trying to allude to the folks that Tamar is in a fucking facility, which we all know she's not. You can opt to have therapy every day if you choose to. If you got the coin to do so, you can have therapy every motherfucking day. So that was a shot at her sister. Well, then Tawanda took to Twitter and said, we went back there because you wanted to fight mommy. Let's tell the truth, shall we? Now, remember, when I did my review on Braxton Family Values this week, I mentioned the part where we saw Tawanda grabbing mommy's arm and trying to pull her away from Traci. And I said to y'all, I wonder, was like, she trying to fight her mama? Like, what was going on? I 100% believe that she was back there trying to fight her mama. Traci was drunk because we heard Traci say, you don't love me. You've never loved me. And I said that I felt like she was saying that to her mother. I think that she is one of those people that has tried to fight her mama and stuff like that. I've seen it in my own family, girl. So I know the shit to be very true. Traci was out of control that night, and Traci's trying to blame everybody and not take responsibility for her actions. Somebody tweeted also, Traci's not mad at Sean. I think she's mad at you because you get along with all your sisters, to Tawanda, and she sent that person a heart emoji. I just think it's a lot of bitterness, a lot of sadness, a lot of mistrust, hurt, everything in that family. Like I said, I don't blame just one person. I'm not pointing fingers at one person. I feel like every last one of them have a fault in this outside of Mikey. From the mama to the daddy to all of the sisters, they've all played a part in the disharmony in this family. And I don't know if they're going to ever be able to get it together. I pray that they'll be able to find their way at some point, but it's just sad to honestly watch. Nobody really wants to take accountability for their part, and until everybody takes accountability, shit is just going to continue to be fucked up. So that is my episode of Spill the Tea this week. Let me know what y'all feel about all of the stories that I told you guys. Once again, make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button. And also remember, I'm only doing Spill the Tea, behind the scenes tea, and Real Housewives of Potomac and Salt Lake reviews. I will see you all for everything else next week. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, and pray that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving filled with joy, laughter, and fun, and good eats and rest. Love you. Bye.